Hello everybody. So today I am going to go over six stocks. Five of them have earning tomorrow, and one of them will be a special one. So the first one I will go over will be the Huntington Bancshares. All right. So if you look at this, look like it's slightly a little bit oversold, but for long term is still overbought. And is went up in the low about 40%. Okay, so what's next? So first I will draw a trend line. So this is the current trend line. All right. And so what's going on here? It's been bouncing, right? Broke out, came back to test the resistance, which is the support, failed, broke down, came up right here and tested. Well, you know what I see? I see it came down right at the previous high to test and then bounce. So now slightly oversold short term, but long term is still overbought. So it's right at the resistance. So now what you need to think is this: it is trying to break above the resistance, but because it's been overbought for a long time since April, the earning had to be really good. Otherwise, we will have a pullback. I think if it does pull back, we are talking about probably closing this gap right here at 16.07, so I just call it 16. Okay, so if it's decent or not, really good number and outlook, we will see a pullback. If it really good, we'll see it test 1772. Or if we come back here, we might test the previous high, which is about 1845. So 16 and then 18.5. For 18.5, I see about 30% more of a pullback, 70% down to about 16. Okay, next will be 3M. I actually watched this stock before when it was coming down to 80 something. I did some quick buy and sold. I sold it around 100. I never thought I gonna go more. I was thinking it's gonna pull back and then a buyback, but guess what? It did not. It what a last year earning, so about a year ago, It gap up, never came back. Well, it did a little bit here. All right, so now what do we have? And guess what? This is crazy, right? So it's drawing this line last year. And you see it keep coming back to this green line. Even for last April. And I haven't looked at this for a long time. I checked the prices, but not the chart. So now, what do we see here? And what nice about charting is that you can see all this trends actually stay intact, right? And then now it's here as well. So what happened is tested, broke down, came back up to test, pull back, now coming up again to test. But now it's actually in the better price. Quickly, I see this, and I'm gonna create a line here, and you can see it became the support right now. Is overbought, long term also overbought. So I'm seeing it might have a little bit more space to bounce to, probably 164, 165. So if it's got really good number, we might see 165. Otherwise, I see a pullback to about 147. The 165, I would say about 30%, 35%. 147, I'll put 148. I would say it's going to be about 60 to 65% for 3M. And right now, if I draw the trend line here, so it might come down to 152, but I think most likely is going to go down to 148 right here. 148 right. Because this was the last low and also a pivot point for so many point of the past. So 148 and 165 for 3M. Schlumberger, I haven't seen this one for a long time. So look like it's actually went down a lot. 2020, and then it tried to come back up, but it's been in a downtrend. And look like it have not recovered. So because it is related to oil, and oil has not been doing well, so we can see why it had not recovered back to 50 or 60 level. So for this, let's do a quick trend line. We can see it go through a lot, and look at this. It came up, tested, and then pulled back. So the good news is for the past 3 months, it's been going sideways but slightly upward, right? So here I will change to red. Okay, let's change back to orange. So now this is the current trend, and it's pretty identical, parallel. So now it's a little bit oversold short term. Long term also a little bit oversold. So for this stock, it just need okay earning and okay outlook. I actually see a lot of upside. Where will it go? Most likely to about, oh, how about closing this gap at 39? So you see it right here. If we check, you can see it go through a lot of pivot point. Recently? Okay. So 39. Okay, so that's why I picked that price. That's level. But it can go up and close this gap right here as well at about 42. So most likely 38. So okay, you know what? 39 is fine. This is a good level. So this is I always say about 70%. But the other 30%, it can come down and test the last low at 31, 36. So I put 31. All right, so these are the ranges of SLB. American Express, short term, little bit oversold. Long term, I can tell is overbought. It looks like we might have more room to pull back. So if I draw the current trend line, so it's been bouncing. I broke above, came back, about testing this, bounce a little bit, but I see a little bit more downside. I would say 60% coming down to 300. Yeah, 300. But 40% of it has really good number. Coming back and test 328, so make it 330. So 330, if we got really good earning and outlook. So 40% up, 60% down. I think I saw something. Okay, you see the red line? It actually go through the support right here, and then guess what happened? If we draw is like this, it's becoming bouncing this off of the red line, broke below, came back and tested, and now pulling back. So most likely we will see 305, but I think 300 is more likely for a little bit short term, like a couple weeks, I think. 330 is if it has good earning and then break above the previous high and will at least come to this level at 330. Okay, just simple support, resistance, and trend line. Jaw swap, I can see is just based on the chart is overbought. In a way, it kind of testing this right here. Okay, but at least we got a hammer here, so it's still good. The daily candle is bullish engulfing, so it's also good. And here we got like a little bit bull flag here, so it bounced, which is good. So everything looks good except for now. It's so high already. The earning and outlook has to be really good for it to continue. If it does, guess where I'm gonna go? About 96. So up for this, I would say 40% go to 96. Just based on the momentum and the bullish engulfing. So it will test its previous high from 22. If it's just decent number, will come down to 89 or even down to here at 86. Yeah, actually 86 seemed to be reasonable as well. All right, so these are the range of chart swap. Now the trade desk, with the news, right, that it will get to be added to S&P 500. So it jumped 14% on Monday. So Monday, here's you go, 14% jump. All right, so now let's look at the chart. So for the past 3 years, I would say around here will be the mean. And you can also see it has so many pivot points. Okay. So, in a way, it's almost have a cup and handle pattern. Okay. So basically from here, it came up, test, pull back, came up here, test again, and broke out. So, let's see. The next level of it will be around here at 99. And the other gap would be here at 118. Okay, so earning is coming up in Wait, in 20 days. Okay, so about 3 weeks. And let's take a look here. If I draw a trend line here, okay. So you can see this was the wedge and it broke out. But we got a bearish candle here and then an inverse hammer here, or the called tombstone doji. It's been overbought both long term and short term. All right, so I'm seeing it gonna come back here to test about 77. And then it might bounce here to 99. Oh, here I put 77. So if we look at the earning and the news that it will get included in S&P 500, look like we might see a bounce. So we got a pullback, right? Let me see. So it will replace by this Friday. Okay. Okay. So Friday. So look like we might have a pullback tomorrow. So it might have a little bit pullback tomorrow. Might not even touch this support and then bounce, because when you include in S&P 500 and the fund will just automatically buy your share as part of inclusion. So we might have another pullback tomorrow, and then by the end of tomorrow it might bounce on Monday. So we don't know, but that is the good news about it. So this is what my prediction for trade desk. All right, thanks for watching. Please hit a like, share, and I will see you in the next video.